Alright, so this will be its own little bonus video. As it turns out, there were actually a bunch of little QS codes. You know, if you remember, I guess near the beginning of the game, these little clickable objects you could, well, click on in the little scenes that happen in this game. And when you click on them, you know, you get little descriptions and extra little information about the world of Mr. Rayner's salvage service. You know, I didn't really look for it as I played the game initially, but I think what I'll do now is go through the game again and see, well, what I can find. And apparently, there's also a little hidden ending as well that I haven't done yet, so we'll do that at the end, I think, so stay tuned. Touch the QS code to acquire data. Okay, so here you go. So basically, this is just an example. I already did this in the main playthrough, but basically, this is what we're looking for. These little QS codes that appear in the world and through the images, and you gotta make sure to click on them, otherwise you might miss them. And they give you little information like this. Got Ubo. Satisfy your purchase cravings by ordering a Uniblock, Ubo for short. Locally grown and compact. They naturally dissolve in 3 days. Pre-order your Ubo right now at Moo Gettable Order. Alright. There you go. Okay. Here's another QS code. I believe it's over here. Aha. Look at that. So, why are voting shows popular? Well, I would say the Renko-Hyorin mind structure is naturally geared towards control, which in turn is a survival mechanism. Voting shows allow us to simulate that sense of control in the world where we have no power of altering. Another popular opinion on the topic is that in an already devised society that's increasingly become segregated into two extremes, individuals aspiring to become anonymous spectators in order to closely watch public personas, and individuals in the spotlight who are required to showcase all details of their lives to be able to perform to large audiences, see transparency rating, voting shows prove to be the perfect format where spectators get to influence what entertainers should do, often for a huge amount of credits. This sounds like streamers. Anyway, why do we pay for ads? Well, they're short and entertaining, much more creative than anything EV has to offer, and they're free of gossip. Most Renko-Hyorians will say, at least these ads have a clear goal. I like hours watching some guy analyze his own reaction videos. Okay, this sounds more and more like just YouTubers and streamers. Hugo, entertainment expert. Okay, interesting. So in this world, I mean, the voting shows definitely were touched upon a little bit. Kind of like, you know, Danganronpa style, kind of like voting shows, I feel like, that kind of exists in the Renko-Hyorin world. It's like a type of like TV show, I guess, using, I guess, I don't know, I can't remember. They use those like artificial Renko-Hyorins, right? I don't know if they are all of them like artificial, but anyway. There's that. And why do we pay for ads? So apparently we pay for ads, you know? In a way, I mean, in real life, when you think about it, in present times, you kind of do. You know, a lot of quote-unquote free content that you find on the internet is actually monetized with ads. I mean, even YouTube. So, in a way, sort of, we're not really paying directly with money, but we're paying with, like, I guess our time. But anyway. Sometimes with personal info, actually. You know, like those surveys where like this free giveaways or whatever. You're paying with your, you know, personal information, basically. And I guess, when you're like browsing YouTube videos or whatever, YouTube has like an algorithm that like, basically creates a profile for you, you know, basically to recommend what videos you like, but also kind of like using that information, you know, to like figure out what to advertise towards you, you know. So in that way, we're also paying. Anyway, that's interesting. Get a little bit about the world. All right. There you go. Okay, so here's another QS code right here. Click on this. It is a map of Hyo. Okay, this is not, it doesn't mean much to me, I guess. The map of Hyo. Hyo is, oh gosh, it's been a while since I've actually played the game, so I don't really remember everything. But Hyo is that like the in general, like the world, right? Like these are the domes, and this is the actual like world of Hyo, maybe. Maybe, or maybe am I wrong? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, you look at it, I guess. Probably you can decipher these, you know, figure out like what they mean. But well, yeah. I wonder what these mean. little thing in the middle. Is that the flowers, maybe? I remember there's like a blooming field. I could be wrong. Maybe not. I like that there's this as well. I don't know what this means. Oh, anyway. I guess it's interesting. I can't really fully decipher it, but probably gives you a lot of insight if you understand what this is all in relation to. Most likely. Anyway. Echo disposal point was it? Yeah, okay, what happens here? I don't remember. Does he eat it? It's implied he puts it in the echo disposal point, right? Do we see him do that? Oh, what? Gone. See? Okay, that explains it. That explains why there was an echo in his stomach in the true ending epilogue. I didn't really notice it. You know, I didn't remember, but I guess, yeah, that's what happens. It's you think, like, before you learn what he is, you think he puts it in the echo disposal point, actually he ate it. So that's why it was in his stomach. Alright. That explains it. Alright. Mystery solved. At least a little mini mystery. Oh, I think, oh, here we go. Okay, I barely saw it, but it's right here, actually. There's a code over here. Apply now. Apply to bloom. Today's solver is tomorrow's flower. We'll be waiting for you at Dome Tau. Apply to bloom. Today's solver is tomorrow's flower. Is it the is it about the blooming field or whatever, you know, the cloud-based or rather flower-based cloud or something? I don't know, where you upload your mind to the flower. I think it was mentioned, you know, in one of the routes. I think that's what's a reference to. Maybe? Not sure. Maybe. At least that's what I think of when I think of the flowers. The blooming fields or something like that. Blooming. I think that I'm making that up, by the way. Blooming field. That's not right. What's the word? What's the name? I don't remember. It's been a while. Something like that. Anyway. Here's another QS code. Over here. The origin of entertainment. Okay, it's interesting because this is the QS code that appears right after that voting show segment. But Echovision, TuneStream, HoloWeave, and even Massacre Arena, I think we know about that from the True Route, all originate from Dome Mu. Mu is divided into 4 domains. Each domain is governed by its respective god of entertainment. God of static, primary creation, TuneStream. TuneStream is an echo channel dedicated to music. Live events are organized and sponsored by TuneStream, the most famous event being Luminous Thread Festival. Hopefully, the god of static doesn't get destroyed by the god of DMCA. The next one is the god of distortion, Echovision. Echovision is the medium for all visual entertainment, mainly dedicated to producing paid advertisements, voting shows, and educational programs. Yes, the YouTube of the world. The god of violence, Massacre Arena. Massacre Arena is located in Dome Noi. It's dedicated to echo sports and competition contests, and a lot of, like, I guess, Dragon Ball Z style fighting tournaments. And the god of delusion, HoloWeave. HoloWeave produces 90% of all patches on Hill and offers a wide range of virtual services. Okay, so we kind of know about the patches. It was, like, briefly mentioned by Ike, I think. Where, like, you can add patches on yourself, I guess, on your rank code, and that affects you somehow. I feel like the most mysterious. I feel like the god of delusion, though, I guess is a mix of, like, I guess maybe VR is the idea. It's kind of like VR, but, like, also drugs. It's like VR drugs. I don't know. I'm assuming that's what that means. You want to do some HoloWeave, kid? Anyway. Okay, so we'll work back over here, and there's a QoS code over here. Click on that. The wiping. The wiping. The wiping is, if I remember correctly, that's one of the tragedies that happened to the Renko Hjörians, right? Well, let's see. The wiping. An enormous Vor-class gas cloud. What does Vor mean? VOR? Vor? Eska descended upon Hyo, corrupting all existing fiber data. During that period, Renko Hjörians weren't using EchoNet, So there's no data backup at the time. Oh, okay, interesting. So Echonet is how they like keep the memories, right? How they like back up their minds in like a cloud. So at this point, they didn't do that yet. So all the accessible data, as well as episodic memories, was lost. Episodic memories, what that means. Leaving Renko-Hjörians as a nation without history. Over a large period of time, Aetheroids have purified the gas cloud, neutralizing its negative effects. The side product of purification exists in the form of red fog, which is still highly harmful for Renko fibers. AE, after Escha? After Eska. Okay, that's what that means, after Eska. As in after that big gas cloud, is what that means. So that's why it starts at 0, because anything before that was erased in their memories. So after that, they started backing up their data. That's why you should back up your data. Make sure to back up, back up your information. They purify the gas cloud, but it still exists as red fog, because that's why the red fog is around the world. It's still pretty bad for you, but just not as bad, I guess. Interesting. What is War class? Is there like any data on War class? What does War class mean? I think maybe that's just the wiping, yeah. These are the calamities related to the Renko-Hjörians. I don't know what War class means though. I assume it's very big. The War class means big. I'm assuming. Is what that means. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Okay, here you go. Yeah, there's a QoS code over here. It says suffocation. The suffocation. 3400 to 3500. So this is right after the wiping, right? With the big cloud. So trying to escape the underground confinement, Renko-Hjörians joined their forces to build structures that provide protection from the rain. The 8 domes. Each dome was goal-oriented. Renko-Hjörian production, problem-solving, I guess the solvers, entertainment, scientific research, artifact containment, commerce, voluntary shutdown, I think we've been there before, and the life farms. The life farms. Those who disregard with the plan form their own isolated societies, deciding to build their own domes, namely Ukron, Ha, Re, and So. The quality of these domes' architectural structure and protection levels varied greatly, which is why some of them became partially destroyed and uninhabited over time. Yeah, we kind of noticed that too. Wasn't Dome So? I mean, Dome So was like the latest of the ones that maybe got destroyed, or were they destroyed before? And I don't remember. I just remember there was apparently like a Hjörian infestation that happened one time. Recently in that dome. 8 domes. Okay, but some of them disagreed though. Does that mean there's more than 8 domes? I'm not sure. Anyway, the buildings of domes resulted in the segregation of the Renko-Hjörian society, and means to connect became a must. The solution was found in the form of echoes, which overpopulated Hyo at the time, as the flood produced an enormous amount of Hjörians, which echoes used as a temporary host for protection and nutrition. By taking control of the echoes' mental network, the Echo Net, Renko-Hjörians became able to communicate over huge distances. Okay, we have invented the internet. However, another calamity fell upon Hyo. An unknown virulent agent caused the extinction of 80% of all Aetheroids. This led to multiple social campaigns promoting Aetheroid care and protection, and artificial pollution of the ether to simulate Aetheroid population growth. Leading scientists of the Hyo began researching alternative forms of energy to provide Renko-Hjörians with life force, which led to expansion of Aetheroid experimentation branch at Dome Tau. Pluviology shifted its focus to developing artificial raincoats that can both store data the same way raincoat fibers do and use alternative energy. Pluviology, a study, or a science rather, dedicated to studying raincoats and raincoat fibers. Okay, basically like biology, like at least the equivalent, in real life. Interesting. So that's what happened. I guess the flood, like it's implied, like the ocean, I guess, flooded the world, which increased the Hjörian population. Is what happened. Or maybe not flood. They mentioned rain, so maybe it's just really rainy, you know? It just rained a lot, basically. Maybe both. I don't know. Okay, interesting. More like background, you know? Like background, I guess story? That's not the right word, but you know. More history explained about the Raincoat Hjörians. Alright. Alright, and I think... Oh, it's hard to tell, actually, but I think it's this one, right here. So this is another kiosk code. Politics is what it said. I don't think... Yeah, you can't actually see it when I'm recording it, but on my computer, when I hover over it, it actually says the title. I guess it shows here anyway. Anyway, political alignments on here. Oh, it's the freaking political alignment chart or whatever. This freaking meme I see all the time. There are 4 main political alignments on here. It is polyphony, cacophony, monophony, monophony. Wait, I don't want to say that. Monophony, and harmony. Okay. Let's see. They're arranged by 2 axes. A vertical is order and chaos. Horizontal is individuality and community. Alright? And these represent the different kinds. So... Polyphony is left, upper left, chaos. Like chaos and individuality. Voices of the many, each on their own. Alright? So like anti-hive mind, but like with freedom, I guess, so everyone can just do their own thing. Cacophony, upper right chaos community. Voices of the many, but never in sync. Well, how does that work, actually? Like, you gotta contribute to society, but at the same time, like, there's no order to it, so like everyone can have their own opinion. Is that what it means? I don't know. Harmony is lower right order and community. So voices of the many, all is one. So like basically a hive mind, right? Everybody is just working towards the same goal no matter what. And monophony, order and individuality, the voice of one. So it's kind of weird because it's order but also individual. It's kind of like a dictatorship when you think about it. So only one person can like make all the decisions for everybody, maybe. The voice of one. When you think about it, I mean, that's a true hive mind when you think about it. Because a true hive mind is just like basically one consciousness, you know, controlling the entire species, right? At least in sci-fi, anyway. So like maybe harmony is not exactly like a hive mind, but like they allow, you know. I don't know. It's not individual. I don't know. Anyway, confusing. Anarchism. Well, I don't know. I think chaos community. Actually, you know, this one to me is anarchy, right? It's actually it's actually like a stereotype, you know, that anarchy just means only chaos. Anarchy means consensus, actually. It means everybody needs to agree on something in order like to do anything, basically. That's what that means. And if there's no consensus, then you can't do anything. I don't know. I mean, there's probably like real life. There's probably like a real life political alignment chart that you can probably put this towards. I don't know. I don't really remember all of it. Yeah. Chaos community, chaos individuality, order community, order individuality. I guess, you know, in the lens of like the inhabitants of Hill, you know, this is how they would see the world. Whether or not to have like individuality versus like order and chaos. Anyway, whatever. Trying to be like, I don't know, I'm trying to be like deep, but I don't know how to, I don't really know anything, so I'm just talking on my ass. Anyway, just a political alignment chart. Kind of reminds me of the other thing we got, you know, the personality weave. You know, that's like another thing that's basically just kind of on the nose, to be honest, in terms of like a real life equivalent. Anyway. Oh, here you go. Okay, there's one here actually. All right. This is the flood. All right, so this is what I was mistaken about actually, because I read the wiping, and then right after I think I read the suffocation. And I thought the suffocation came after the wiping, but actually in between that is also the flood. So following the descent of the gas artifact, the previously dormant cloud in the sky became active, and never-ending rain began falling down on Hyo. Okay, so that's what that means. The flood. The rain was toxic to raincoat fibers, and coming in contact with it resulted in mental disturbances, ranging from hallucinations to psychotic breaks. Raincoat Hjörian tribes, which previously lived in scattered small communities, had to move underground to escape the rain. However, underground spaces often got flooded, which led to the emergence of rain children. Raincoat Hjörians, whose minds were altered after extended exposure to the rain. All of them share a common trait. Each one has a vocal tic consisting of a constantly repeated syllable, followed by an unintelligible whispery sound. Okay. In the modern era, most Raincoat Hjörians move into domes, but some refuse to return to the surface. Thus, underground vaults exist to this day. Okay. So yeah, they lived underground for the most part. But eventually they made domes, so that they could live above ground, but still be safe from the rain. But that's why, I guess, underground vaults, just like Ike's hideout, I assume, that we're in right now, in this part of the story anyway. I guess this is like an underground location that existed, during that time, maybe. And he has, flooded it with like a bunch of just artifacts everywhere. Still don't know why exactly, but that's just his hobby, I guess. There you go, right here. Click this. It's alright. The Termination. So this is 3500 AE to present time. An upcoming apocalypse officially announced by the factory. According to scientific estimation and simulations, all raincoats have the same expiration date stored in their fiber metadata, after which they'll shut down completely. Tau pluvologists, which I guess the pluvologists meaning, because from the other QS code, I think are people who study the raincoats and raincoat fibers. They have announced that it's impossible to develop artificial raincoats that can store large amounts of data the way raincoat fibers do in the short amount of time they have left. So the research became focused on developing artificial raincoats for entertainment purposes instead. So they just kind of gave up on that, by the way. The public activities before termination can be characterized by boredom, violent sports, and voting show format domination on the entertainment market. The most popular belief system is ascensionism, which promises passing on your own terms. And we kind of saw a bit of that in one of the endings, I guess. It seems to me that they basically gave up. The scientists kind of like, whatever, we're all just gonna die. Let's just I don't know, make some weird super violent sports and voting shows instead. Let's just do that until we all die. I don't know. That's what I got from this. So there's no real at least there's no concentrated effort, or not concentrated, no concerted effort. I'm not sure what the word is, but not everyone's kind of actually worried about the termination day. Everyone's kind of casual about it. It's kind of like, you're all gonna die. Oh well. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I think that's the last QS code. So I believe that's all the little Easter eggs that you can find in terms of clicking those little things in the scenes. I guess they're give you a little bonus information. They're pretty interesting, I guess. I think the most interesting ones are the ones that kind of explain the calamities of the Raincoat Hjörians, Anyway, so that's it for that. But there's one more thing, I think. So let's see. So I got this Ike 06135. No data found. So it's nothing, right? It's just an empty container. So yeah, that's kind of what we got from him. But it's just nothing, which is weird. I don't know what that means, So I believe if you actually put, I don't know if this works with all the other characters. I don't know if we ever find other login names, but I believe if you put, I could be wrong. It's maybe something I made up in a fever dream, but I think if you put his username actually in the beginning, that does something. Maybe, or am I crazy? I don't know. External connection established. Okay. Welcome. Alright. Yeah, okay, I think this is new. This is not the same introduction we got last time. This is just Ike. I think we logged into Ike's account, basically. We hacked into his account. So we see him go over here. Okay. Oh? Okay, he's over here now. I see those little symbols that Hano usually would use for his telekinesis. Someone's hanging there. Who is that? Here. I brought you what you wanted. So uphold your end of the deal. I'll be the one to retrieve Overseer's coat. Alright, I don't know what any of this means. Well then. Receive a message from Ike. Okay, that's the attachment I got when I was in the true route. Is he messing with me? The end. What just happened? I don't know what that meant at all. That was so mysterious. So Ike was giving the thing something that was hanging on the ceiling, but then he was attacked? I don't know what happened. Exactly. Who was that being that was hanging in the ceiling? My first instinct was maybe like ÜLAR, the original ÜLAR maybe, like gave him back his raincoat and maybe that's when he transformed, or maybe something else. Like maybe that's the being that Ike was giving artifacts to this whole time, you know? Like why he was like getting artifacts in the first place. Looked like the kid that went into the blooming field of ÜLAR. I don't remember that. I don't know. That was very mysterious. But I feel like if you understood what that meant, that probably shines a light on something, but I don't know what. But like I think that's when I think that scene takes place most likely when Ike you know what Ike was doing, you know, when the other ÜLAR, you know, the imposter ÜLAR was just like doing stuff in the massacre arena or whatever. He got a message from Ike. That was right before what happened. Ike went into some dome, talked to some being, gave something to that being. Which, what did he get again? He got like a what he was holding was Eric? Oh no, Eric. You're talking about Eric? Well, that was like something else, I feel like. I don't know. I was thinking like the thing he was holding, by the way, I think that was the raincoat fibers of our ÜLAR, right? The protagonist, right? So he was holding that, kind of like spaghetti, and he gave it to that being. Maybe he was returning it to his original form, maybe? That's what I'm thinking. Like that's the real, like actual ÜLAR. There's too many ÜLARs, but you know, our ÜLAR's true form, maybe, and he absorbed it, and then that's what caused the whole transformation to like this big monstrous spaghetti monster that attacked everybody near the end of the true route, right? Maybe? That's my speculation, you know, that's my theory. That's my Mr. Rainer Salvage Service theory, I guess. There you go. I guess that's it. That's all the little secrets of Mr. Rainer Salvage Service. Unless there's more, so maybe there's more. I don't know. But even by the end, I'm still kind of left confused. So that didn't really help me in terms of like trying to understand what this game is all about. But I think generally, I think the main character, like again, the main ÜLAR, I think generally speaking, I think he's related to Termination Day. That's what I understand from the story. You know, he's somehow related to Termination Day, and by the events of like the endings that you get in various ways, kind of trigger it because something happens to him. You know, either he's heartbroken, maybe because of Rain dying, or he, you know, figures out his true purpose of like eating like echoes, maybe, or something related to Hjörians, or this one in the true ending where maybe a piece of him goes back to his original form and it also causes Termination Day. Something like that. That's what I understand from the story. Everything else though is still kind of mystery to me. I don't know if that is true or not, but That's what I got from it. There you go. I guess that's it for the little Easter eggs for Mr. Rain servers, or salvage servers. There may be more. There could be more. Who knows? But that's what I got from digging into this game. And there you go. That's 10. That's all 10 QS codes and the secret little hidden ending that you get by inputting Ike's username in the beginning of the game. And I guess, yeah, I mean, basically what I said. Overall, this game is still a mystery to me. But hey, I guess that's half the fun. So there you go. That'll be it for the rest of the bonus content of Mr. Rain Solver Service. And I guess, my usual sign outs just to say, like, thanks for watching. Until next time, see you then.